Hi guys, welcome again to this video. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the name manager. Well, the name manager might not be the most popular feature in Microsoft Excel, but it's very, very useful, especially when you're dealing with a big sheet with too many details and too many functions. Sometimes you get lost. So I'm gonna show you how to use the name manager in a very, very effective way. Okay, so basically, as you know, Excel gives each cell a name, which is the intersection between the letters and the numbers. Letters represent columns, numbers represent rows. So this cell here, it's A1. This cell here is D1. This cell here is N11, and so on. Okay, so in this table here, I have the list of currencies, international currencies. I have 32 the most important international currencies, and I have the exchange rate for euro. Okay, so 1 euro equals $1.216. 1 euro equals 126 Japanese 0.190 Japanese yen, and so on. So imagine I have a adjusting factor, which is 15%, or okay, let's make it 85%. I need the value of these figures here, or part of these figures, after adjusting it to be 85% of the original value. So normally what I would do, I would come here and multiply this US dollar value with this adjusting factor. Because these are all hypothetical and just dummy examples. So the new value is 1.034. If I need to copy this function or this equation to other cells, I would need to freeze the D1. Okay, I would come to the cell in my equation and hit a 4. And it would give $2 signs, one before the letter and one before the number. And then I would hit enter. Okay, and then I would copy this function to any other cell, and it gives me the same output. Now imagine if someone else starts using this file. This is very simple, but when it's so complex and too many details, people might get lost. And they start to try to understand what you did here. So they double click on the cell and see that you multiplied this with the 85%, which is the adjusting factor. But I have more easy way to do that, and that is much clearer. So we will name this cell, the D1, as the adjusting factor. How I could do that? I would just simply come to this part here, the left or in the upper left corner, and I start to type adjusting underscore factor. There has to be an underscore or without underscore, but you cannot add spaces, okay? Excel does not recognize space in this when you name object in Excel. And then I hit enter, okay? So when I come to any empty cell and start typing, I hit equals and start typing adjusting factor. There you go. There is a spelling mistake. I'm going to show you how to edit that. So you simply come here and you start typing again. Adjusting underscore factor. You hit enter, okay? So instead of doing these calculations, we could go as follows. Equals this figure multiplied by adjusting factor, okay? So I have two cells here, and if you name it, you could give two names for the same cell. Here you go. So when someone else or you actually, you're using an old sheet, you could easily understand that this figure here represent the adjusting factor, and you can find the adjusting factor by simply launching the name manager. You come to formulas, and there define names, you launch the name manager. So I have two names referring to the same cell. I will delete one of them, just like this. I deleted one of them, and I can edit any of them. And you could name any cell in any in your workbook or in any other sheet within the same workbook. Okay. Now to launch the name manager quickly, just hit Control and F3. It launches the name manager. And by the way, if you're interested to learn more about shortcuts, I have a list of videos fully covering everything related to shortcuts in Excel. So make sure to watch that as well. Okay, what I could also do, I could name a range. So this table here, I could select the entire table. I do these quick shortcuts because I practiced Excel for so long. As I said, there is a detailed list and shortcuts. Okay, and then I selected the entire table and I go Control F3, and it opened the this name manager. I go to New, and as you can see, scope, this workbook, not this one sheet. I could specify the scope to be in this sheet or the workbook, and it refers to B3 till E35. This is B3, and as you can see, E35 is down there, and we will call it this table, this range table of currencies, and we hit enter. Okay, so I have now something called table of currencies. I have an object in Excel called table of currencies. I could use some pretty cool functions here. Table of currencies, 35 record, because as you know, 35 numbers, because counts on work only with numbers. Here I have 32, and then I have these values here, 3 values, which is 35. I adjusted that to A, count A, gives me 103 records. I have here 103 records. So this is pretty cool feature in Microsoft Excel. Not many people use it, but I find it very, very useful, especially when you're dealing with too many details and you don't want to keep tracing. This cells refers to what cell. You could just name the cell and make it very, very easy for you to figure it out. So this will be a quick video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any question, let me know in the comment section below. And always remember, you could download this workbook from the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.